Blue Room. Good to see everybody. Let's sing our hello song together. Ready? Hello, 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 and how are you? I'm fine, and I hope that you are too. Hola, 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 y cómo estás? Muy bien, y espero que tú también. Bonjour, 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 et comment ça va? Ça va bien, et j'espère que tu vas bien aussi. Wow, great singing. Good to sing with you guys. Okay, so let's look at our calendar. It is May, about halfway through May, and it's getting more and more like springtime. So here we go. Let's count all these numbers. Everybody count with me. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, let's count in Spanish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Good job. Okay, let's count in French. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Good job, Blue Room. You guys are great counters. Let's see what day it is. It's not Sunday, not Monday, not Tuesday, not Wednesday. It's Thursday. So let's raise our hands on Thursday. Ready? Okay. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Great job. Get out your snappers. Days of the week. 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 There's Sunday and there's Monday. There's Tuesday and there's Wednesday. There's Thursday and there's Friday. And then there's Saturday. Days of the week. 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 Good job. Okay. I have a story to read to you today. And I think you might know this story. Maybe. It's called The Best Nest. And it's about a bird who wants to find a new nest. And you'll see what happens. It's kind of silly. Okay, Mr. Bird was happy. He was so happy he had to sing. This is what Mr. Bird sang. I love my house, I love my nest, in all the world my nest is best. There is their nice little house. There's Mama Bird. Then Mrs. Bird came out of the house. This is not the best nest, she said. I'm tired of this old place, said Mrs. Bird. I hate it. Let's look for a new place right now. He looks a little surprised, doesn't he? So they left the old place to look for a new one. This place looks nice, said Mr. Bird. Let's move in here. Oops. But somebody else had already moved in. Uh-oh, a raccoon lived in that tree. So they looked at another house. This one looks nice, said Mr. Bird, and there's nobody in it. That's an old shoe. Oh, you're wrong, said Mrs. Bird. This house belongs to a foot. So they went on looking. I like this one, said Mr. Bird. It has a pretty red flag on the roof. Oh, I've always wanted a house with a flag, said Mrs. Bird. Maybe this place will be all right. What do you think is going to happen? Yep, but it was not all right. I guess I made a mistake, said Mr. Bird. Uh-oh, the mailman came. Not a good place for a birdhouse. You make too many mistakes, said Mrs. Bird. I'm going to pick the next house. And here it is, right here. They flew in, they looked around. Isn't it too big? Asked Mr. Bird. I like this big place, said Mrs. Bird. This is the place to build our new nest. That's inside of a church steeple where there's a bell. They went right to work. They needed many things to build their nest. First, they got some hay. Then they got some soda straws and broom straws, and they got some sweater string. Look at the poor guy. They're taking his sweater. He looks a little surprised. Would you be surprised if a bird came and took sweater strings from your sweater? I think I would. They got some stocking string and mattress stuffing. Birds make nests out of all kinds of things. They got some horse hair and they got some man hair. They're getting so many things for their nest. Soon they had all the hay, all the straw, all the string, all the stuffing, all the horse hair and the man hair that they could carry. They took it all back to build their nest. Have you seen birds flying around with little things in their mouth that they're working on building nests now? Sometimes you'll see them carrying little strings and things. Mr. and Mrs. Bird worked very hard. It took them the rest of the morning to finish their nest. This nest is really the best, said Mrs. Bird. I want to stay here forever. Mr. Bird was very happy too. He flew to the top of his house. He sang his song again. I love our house, I love our nest. In all the world our nest is best. He was so busy singing he didn't see Mr. Parker coming. Every day at 12 o'clock, Mr. Parker came to the church. Mr. Parker came to pull a rope. The rope went up to the bird's new nest. Uh-oh. He was trying to ring the bell. The rope rang the big bell right under Mrs. Bird's nest. Bong, 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 bong. Oh no. Poor Mrs. Bird. Mrs. Bird got out of there as fast as she could fly. When Mr. Bird came in, all he could see was a mess of hay and string and stuffing and horsehair and man hair and straws. Where was Mrs. Bird? I will look for her until I find her, said Mr. Bird. He looked high, he looked low, he looked everywhere for Mrs. Bird. He looked down in the chimney, but Mrs. Bird wasn't there. He looked down in a water barrel, but Mrs. Bird wasn't there. He then saw a big fat cat. There was a big fat smile on the fat cat's face, and there were some pretty brown feathers near the fat cat's mouth. Mr. Bird began to cry. Oh dear, he cried. This big fat cat has eaten Mrs. Bird. Oh no. Mr. Bird flew off. I'll never see Mrs. Bird again, he cried. It was getting dark. It began to rain. It rained harder and harder. Mr. Bird could not see where he was going. Look how sad he looks. Crash, crash, Mr. Bird bumped into something. It was his old house. That old house that Mrs. Bird hated. I'll go inside, said Mr. Bird. I'll rest here until the rain stops. Mr. Bird went in, and there was Mrs. Bird, sitting there singing. I love my house, I love my nest, in all the world this nest is best. You are here, gasped Mr. Bird. I thought you hated this old nest. Mrs. Bird smiled. I used to hate it, she said, but a mother bird can change her mind. You see, there's no nest like an old nest for a brand new bird. What did they do? They laid an egg. Let's see what happens. And when the egg popped open, the new bird thought so too. Who's that? That's their baby bird. Popped out of the egg. So cute. So they ended up staying in their old house after all. Sometimes old houses are the best. And sometimes new houses are the best. So anyway, the birds found a great house to live in. Now something funny I noticed about this song, the title of it rhymes. It's called The Best Nest. And look at those words, best nest, right? Do those rhyme? Same if I hide those letters. It's E-S-T, est and est, best and nest. And then I thought of some more words that rhyme with that. Rest, jest, quest, fest, pest, test, vest, west, and zest. So those are rhyming words. Remember we rhymed all those duck names the other day? Should we look at those again? Remember from Make Way for Ducklings? Jack, cack, lack, mac, knack, oack, pack, and quack. And those are rhyming words because the first letter is different, but the second part of the word is all the same, right? Just like best nest, rest, jest, quest, fest, pest, test, vest, west, zest. Those are rhyming words. You can have so much fun with rhyming words. And I know a funny song that is a rhyming song, so I'm going to sing it today with you. You can probably sing with me. So I'll start, it's a silly song. I'll start with my name. Okay, ready? Willoughby, wallaby, kitty. Oh, wait, start over. Willoughby, wallaby, witty. An elephant sat on kitty. Now I'm going to add your names. Willoughby, wallaby, willy. An elephant sat on Lily. Willoughby, wallaby, wara. An elephant sat on Nora. Willoughby, wallaby, Wiam. An elephant sat on Liam. Willoughby, wallaby, way. An elephant sat on May. Willoughby, wallaby, wemmery. An elephant sat on Emery. Willoughby, wallaby, wazzlin. An elephant sat on Rosalind. Willoughby, wallaby, Wessie. An elephant sat on Tessie. Willoughby, wallaby, Wevelin. An elephant sat on Evelyn. Willoughby, wallaby, Weckham. An elephant sat on Beckham. Willoughby, wallaby, Wanna. An elephant sat on Anna. Willoughby, wallaby, Veronica. An elephant sat on Veronica. That was hard. Willoughby, wallaby, Woolia. An elephant sat on Julia. Willoughby, wallaby, Wemma. An elephant sat on Emma. Willoughby, wallaby, whip. An elephant sat on Pip. Willoughby, wallaby, warohi. An elephant sat on a rohi. Okay, that's pretty silly, but those are rhyming words. So maybe today you can play around and make everybody's name rhyme and think of all the rhymes you can think of. It's kind of a fun thing to do. Okay, well, it's time to say goodbye. But I will see you next time, and I hope you have a really fun day. Okay. Goodbye, Blue Room. Goodbye, Blue Room. Goodbye, Blue Room. It's time to say goodbye. Goodbye, Lily. Goodbye, Nora. Goodbye, Liam. Time to say goodbye. Goodbye, May. Goodbye, Emery. Goodbye, Rosalind. It's time to say goodbye. Goodbye, Tessie. Goodbye, Evelyn. Goodbye, Beckham. It's time to say goodbye. Goodbye, Anna. Goodbye, Veronica. Goodbye, Julia. It's time to say goodbye. Goodbye, Emma. Goodbye, Pip. Goodbye, Arohi. It's time to say goodbye. Well, have a great day. I love you guys.